All right, we're recording. Everybody say yay, yay, we're recording. Yay for me, I did it. Okay, I'm unmuted. Can you guys wave if you can hear me? Tracy, can you wave if you can hear me? Okay, last time, I'll be totally transparent. Last time I recorded, I didn't unmute myself. So the whole meeting, I was talking and no one could hear me. See, you do not have to be brilliant to do network marketing. I'm really giddy. Okay, so welcome to our team training. It's been an incredible summer. I'm very excited to be here with you. My hope for these recorded sessions, they won't be more than a half an hour, and then we're gonna do our training after. We have some Eric Worre training that I've purchased, just so you guys know. I really like him. We're gonna glean a lot from it, but I can't include it in the recording. But this I'm recording, and my hopes for these meetings is that you have some place to plug people in if they're interested in learning about network marketing and being part of Plexus. People that you share with, maybe they want to know more about the products, maybe they want to know more about the business, but you can bring them here, and I'm going to make a lot more things available because there is a lot available in Plexus for us to enjoy and for us to plug people into. It's a really wonderful culture. I'm going to do a little getting started and network marketing 101 because I know I have some people that are going to be watching this maybe later and they haven't really started officially working on their business yet, but they'd like to. You know, they'd like to either have a goal to get their products paid for or maybe a bigger goal than that. There's pretty much the sky's the limit, whatever you want, and we'll talk more about that later, but don't be afraid to have a goal like that and explore the possibilities. So anyway, so I'm going to talk about network marketing. And first I want to tell you what I'm doing because I want you to come with me on this exciting journey. And I am boldly wanting to I am starting a new revolution in network marketing. And like I said, I want you to come with me. I want to have a little more fun in my business because if it's not fun, that I'm like my funometer has to be high for me to really want to do something. And network marketing should be fun. And I think we can do it without stress. You know, a lot of people have negative connotations. They're nervous. They have been network market spammed in the past. You know, someone called and invited them over for dinner and really it was a presentation. All those things we don't like. I mean, a lot of us were grateful for getting tricked into trying it because we're really happy that we have. But I think we can go about this a different way. I think we can go about this a unique way. And that's what I'm aiming to do now in this season of my life. If you're on this call, I'm reading because I like what I wrote. So if I read tonight, I'm not going to be boring, I promise. But that's what I'm looking at. If you're on this call, I know you know the power and the value of the products in the business because maybe the products have helped you. Maybe you're already been looking. Like I'll tell you my story is I was actually looking for a business. I had been against network marketing. You know, like those experiences, I had those bad experiences. I was like, there's no way, I don't ever want to do that. But I met some people who were really successful in network marketing, and they were awesome people that I really respected and admired. And then my friend Lori told me about the business, and at first I told her no. Apparently I was quite intimidating and scared her. That's what she said. I'm sorry, Lori, if you ever watch this, but I was very against it until God really changed my heart. And I really saw the value of network marketing because I had several traditional businesses. Many of you know this story, so bear with me. I love to tell it, but I'd had several traditional businesses and I'd lost a lot of money. I worked a lot of hours and it was fun, but I didn't bring home anything at the end of the day. And I was pretty tired. So I was looking for another way. I wanted to be home with my family more and I wanted to try a new adventure. So in looking, I discovered Plexus and I picked it because I immediately saw the value of the products. I was a natural health nut and I used to spend, you know, upwards of $400 or $500 a month on my supplements, and they did not do for me what Plexus has done for me at like a tiny fraction of that cost. So it's difficult for me. I mean, I understand the objection about the price, but I will show them some bills. And you can't put a price on something that really, really works great. But anyway, I love that I recognized the power of the products and their simplicity. And also the compensation plan was great. So that is nothing to, sniff at. I had no money, and the startup cost was $34.95. So other places you have to put in a lot more money than that. So it kind of checked all the boxes for me, and I'm really happy. And again, one of the things that I've really enjoyed is that I've learned so much on this journey. So I want to demystify network marketing just a little bit, because it was a big mystery to me. And it's not very complicated. Network marketing basically was developed to help share a product in a more cost-effective way than traditional advertising. So if you pay a sponsor or celebrity or TV advertising, or even in the old days print advertising, you spend a lot of money on that. And there's a lot of overhead in a storefront, in all of those things. Well, network marketing, it just takes advantage of really the best marketing there is, which is just word of mouth. So at the very simplest level, we get paid just to tell people about the product. There's no pressure, there's no forcing them to do anything, but we're showing them an opportunity. And the more we can help people see that it's a great product, maybe they'd be interested in a business, maybe would answer that for them, or they know someone, the more we do that, the more we get paid. It's a very just and fair business model. So you really get paid as much as you put into it. That's all network marketing is. And let's see. That was not on my notes. So great. Okay, so that's all network marketing is. It's nothing scary. Today, like I said, again, we're going to do some getting started and some orientation and prep for some things we can do together to make our time really fun and productive. Okay, first of all, what I do not believe, I told you I want to kind of pioneer this new way. I'm raising up a team of part-time warriors to share the product. There are, there's a place for people, and you may be one of those people, and if you're on my team and you're one of those people, I'm so happy, that really wants to, put in 60 hours a week and go for it and, go to Diamond in 4 months. But that's just not realistic for most of us. Most of us have families, most of us have jobs. And so what I want to do is learn how and teach other people how to do this business effectively and enjoyably in the short time that we have. That's my goal, and I want you to be a part of that part-time warrior team. So what I'm proposing is working my business in a more focused way, in a smarter way, instead of more hours. I do not believe in working, there's sacrifices that need to be made, but I do not believe in working 5 zillion hours now away from your family, sacrificing that so you can have more time later. I've been there, done that, and I do not believe in that. So I will never be saying, hey, you need to do 60 hours now and ignore your kids so that you can. I'm not saying other people have done that, but I just want to be clear that I want to enjoy my life right now, today. And the more we enjoy what we're doing, the more we're going to draw other people to us, and it's just going to be easy. Does that sound good? Sounds good to me. All right. So first and foremost, let's start looking at this. How can we do a business in a way that's going to serve us? Not we're going to serve the business and let it take over our life, but that is a tool, that is a blessing. My Plexus business is a blessing from God, and I am going to use it to serve my family and the goals that God gave me. I'm going to do my best for him, and again, like I said, enjoy. I'm going to make it do what I need it to do. So the first and foremost, you have to decide, what do you want it to do? So actually, if you're going to stay for the next section, the Eric Worre section, you definitely need to have a note paper and a pen with you, because, if you can, if you're like driving or something, don't do that, because that'd be bad. but because you're going to want to take notes. But if you are taking notes right now, I want you to write down, what do you want for your business? I want you to really think about that, because this team, we're talking about doing that accountability. I'm going to set up a group and we're going to do some stuff together for people who want to work their business. And it's all going to be on, what do you want to do? How do you want to work your business? Like, I'll tell you, for me, I'm going to set my work hours on about 2 mornings a week. I mean, sometimes there's overflow because you're just talking, you're in a relationship with somebody, and a need arises, and you have your cards, you're always ready, say, hey, can I contact you about this? We'll talk all about that later. But for the most part, I'm sitting down a couple days a week and I'm focused, working on my business. There's been other times when I've done more than that or less than that, but in this season, I have other projects going, that's what I'm committing to. And for you, maybe 4 days a week. I have a bunch of friends who are doing this accountability group with me, and we're all doing 4 days a week. We're doing that, and that's quite a bit, but those are people that really want to grow, get a really good income going in for their family. So you work with what you have, what you want, and enjoy yourself, and we're gonna do this together. So think about what you want. So congratulations, you have something already, and you have some seeds. Maybe you have some products, you've planted some seeds already. Some of you watching already have a garden. I think of my Plexus business as a garden that's producing fruit for me. You may want to grow your garden to be a giant wheat field. You may want to keep it a manageable sized garden, depending on, or it may, grow into a wheat field no matter what. But it's up to you. And again, that's the awesomeness about network marketing. Okay, a lot of people, so I hope that's clear. So A, decide what you want. B, a lot of people fail at network marketing because they don't understand what it is. And I just want to clarify that you're an entrepreneur, so don't let that scare you. But it is an entrepreneurial endeavor. And that means that it's your baby. It's your business. And you can do it however you want to do it. I want you to think that you're the captain of your own ship. So one of the things I'm going to introduce to you, and I put this on our team page, is this daily action stack thing, this IPA sheet. IPA stands for income producing activity. So this kind of went around Plexus a lot last year. Some people came up with these sheets, and I mean, we've always done sheets like this, but they focus on things that are actually going to build income as opposed to just scrolling through Facebook, which, really doesn't build any income, even though you feel like you're working, but you're really not. You're working. So some people really love these sheets, and everybody needs some form of tracking. So I'm going to give you a few options. This is a great sheet. And you can do one of these, per day, one of these per week, a couple per week. I'm probably going to do 2 or 3 a week. But it's for tracking and for order. You need some kind of order in your life in order to have your business. So the whole point B is, this is your business. And I want to make it very clear that as your sponsor, I am here to support you. I am going to connect you with the best training. I am always going to answer your calls, answer your messages. I'm here for you, but I'm not responsible for your success. You are responsible for your success. There's so much out there. If I am not, I'm going to do my best. But let's say I can't give you what you need. It's out there. I can connect you with someone. You can connect you with someone. Ultimately, God will connect you with someone or something. I mean, I can't even tell you how many seminars I've been to, people I've listened to, different things I've tried. This is on our ambassador procedure sheet that Daryl and I made. Just try something and see if it works for you. But this will work for you if you want it. I promise you. If you want it and if you don't quit, you can have a business. The other thing I want to mention about network marketing, and this is what Eric Worre is going to talk about in this training tonight. It's a great belief building session in this business model. I love business, so I love this, but it's create something called residual income. And there's a lot of ways to get residual income. That means that you're kind of you're set free from that. I work 5 hours a week. I get paid X amount of dollars per hour. I apologize if you know this already, but I want to make this something, you know, we can watch with our fresh faces and remind ourselves of, because we need to be thinking about how really great this is. So what, you know, I can go on vacation and I still have income coming in. That's basically the bottom line of residual income, and it's a really great thing to have. So I think it's wise to have multiple streams of income, even if you have a great job. Total side note, don't be afraid to approach someone who has an awesome job, because they may be looking for a plan B also. So you can have residual income with network marketing. All right. So one of our Diamond ambassadors, Helen McFadden, I know Tom, he's on this call, he's seen her. She's amazing, I love her. But she says you need 3 things to succeed in network marketing. 1 is belief. 2 is emotional maturity. And 3 is a good work ethic. Everything involves some kind of work and some kind of consistency. That doesn't mean we're workaholics, but it means that we're consistent, that we're faithful. The best results I've had have always come from just being consistent. And for example, give you a couple examples about that. You tell someone you're going to follow up. This is so big in network marketing, you guys. You tell someone, oh my gosh, you're excited about Plexus. You tell them about it, and then you get home and you have their information, or you know where they work, and they said they're interested, but oh my gosh, you get too nervous and you never follow up. And that is, it's like we can live under this fear of our prospects. And that's just a confidence thing. But follow up. If you said you're going to follow up, follow up. If you said you're going to have some work hours, do that. Do the best that you can do. And I promise you, God will reward your faithfulness. And that's just how things work. It will work if you're faithful with what you have. Belief is so important in network marketing. There's the common things. They talk about why it's important, because you're face to face with people. No one ever really talks about why belief is so important. I'll tell you why I think it's so important. One is there really isn't a buffer. There's no barrier in your mind. I mean, there is, but it seems like it, between you and the other person. You're also talking to friends. You may be talking to people that intimidate you a little bit. And it's not like you're selling them Starbucks or coffee at Starbucks, something that's already packaged. You're communicating something that is just you communicating it. So we can work on our skills. And I'll tell you, a lot of that's just learning how to listen to people. So the pressure is off of you. You're just listening. You're listening for needs. And then you're giving them simple answers. And a lot of that is just understanding too that you're not responsible for making anything happen. You're just giving information. I want to talk about that more in a minute. But going back to our point B about entrepreneurship, I think that primarily it's because you're an entrepreneur. And again, don't let that scare you. It's the most wonderful thing. Network marketing is really more about action and belief than it is about ability. When I had my coffee shops, the buck stopped with me. You know, I started it, I built it, I created it, I made the decisions. So I had to be confident. I had to believe in what I was doing. Now, it's easier to hide behind a thing than it is with network marketing sometimes, because you feel a little more exposed. Does that make sense? But it's the same thing. So just believe in what you're doing. Easier said than done. Those are things you can work on. If you have belief issues, as in you're constantly thinking you can't do it, you're not sure about network marketing, that's going to totally come through when you're talking to people. And I guess that's really the other reason, is it does come through and people respond to those sorts of things. But that's true in everything. So network marketing really is personal growth with a paycheck attached, and it's a great paycheck. So be not afraid. It's totally worth it. Okay, if you believe you can do this, it's totally doable. You hear this all the time, but I'm telling you it's very true. I'm reading this book called Millionaire by Halftime. There's so many network marketing books out there. I like this one, but he did say that quote, what I said, it's more about action and belief than ability. So just relax and do it. You have to really, you can learn, but you have to do it, and then you'll really learn. Okay, I want to just mention a couple things on that. When you're talking to people, we'll talk more about this later, but some skills you can learn along the way. De-emotionalize it. Kind of going back to the belief thing again. Think about network marketing as like serving coffee at the coffee shop. I like coffee, so I'm always talking about coffee. Some people talk about sports, I talk about coffee. If you're serving coffee at a coffee shop, you're asking people, do you want some coffee? And if they don't know if they want coffee, then you can explain the differences between the coffee, or maybe why they might want some coffee. Maybe they don't want coffee right then. They might want it later. But please don't take it personally if they don't want coffee. And don't cry, you know, oh, they didn't want any coffee, they didn't want it, they rejected me. That's just not true. But it can feel that way sometimes. It's really real that it feels that way, but that's not the truth. The other thing that you're not worried about when you're pouring coffee, I'm telling you, this is from personal experience, because I get really tripped up on how I'm doing things. Like, am I saying this right? Am I going to hurt this person's feelings? Blah, 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 blah. And, oops, hang on just a second. Someone's dinging. And if I'm serving coffee, I'm not be like, oh my gosh, did I pour it wrong? Did I, you know, is the coffee bad? You're not really worrying about that. You're just pouring the coffee. So that's the kind of attitude that you can have with your Plexus business. Okay, there's so much more to say about this. I'm going to skip it because we're talking about network marketing today. I want to talk about what we're doing in our group. I told you that we're going to do this. If you want to do it, this accountability group, this is what it's going to look like. I'm going to create a Facebook group. I'm in one of these right now, actually. And you are going to decide your goals. This is where it's going to be customizable. So let's say you're just starting and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm brand new. I want to do one of these. I want to complete my, starter. I want to get through one. I want to talk to 5 people. I want to have a launch party, which is a great first thing to do. I want to tell X many people about Plexus. So you think about what your goals are, and we'll make a plan for you. You may be like, okay, I've been kind of, piddling around with this for a while. I never made my list. If you know what that means, watch the video. I never made a list. So you want to make a list, and you want to just start talking to people about Plexus. Again, you're not going to network market spam people, but you're going to get the word out. That's all you're doing. Never be ashamed you're selling something. Just like coffee, people can say yes or no. And people are always first on this team. We're always going to put people first, and we're always going to treat people with respect. If you are ashamed or afraid of what you're doing, it's going to come out to people as hesitation. It actually can come out as dishonesty, and that will create the opposite of what you want. Connect with people about them. Again, we talked about listening. We'll talk more about that later. People care way more about themselves and their own situations than they care about you. It's really true. So you want to find what interests them. We're going to learn some skills. So think about what you want. I'll post the information about that accountability group if you want to do that with me. And then we're going to watch this training in just a couple minutes. And this training is called Recruit 20 in 30. And what Eric Worre made this training for, he wrote this book called GoPro. If you haven't heard of it, it's amazing. I like him a lot. There's a lot of people out there. He happens to be one that I personally really connect with. I think he just demystifies and makes it very professional, our profession. And I've learned a lot about how to just present the opportunity, like I said. This is specifically for doing short bursts of recruiting. Believe it or not, I'm sort of an introverted person. It doesn't seem like it when I'm out talking, but I'm like an outgoing introvert. So I'm not always on. A true extrovert, they're just like, they get so fired up with all that stuff, and that's great. And I'm really not like that. He's the same way. And so one of the things that he probably why we connect, but one of the things that he does is he recruits in spurts. And I'm finding this works really nicely for me as well. But this is extremely applicable when we want to work hard and focused in short periods of time. And hopefully he'll talk about this. I haven't watched this series yet, but if you have 10 minutes at your lunch break, you can work your business. Let's say you're going to work 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week, 10 minutes at your lunch break, 10 minutes in the evening. I'm serious. And you might have some follow-ups to do after that. I mean, that'd be good, right? But you can actually accomplish a goal in those little bitty bits of time. And when you're focused and you're just doing it, then there's such a joy in that. There's such a joy in just focusing and doing something well. So that's what I think we're going to glean. So I want you to be watching this, if you're going to watch, and glean what you can glean out of it. Glean his belief, understanding network marketing. The more skills we get, the more of a professional we are. And I'm not talking about having a marketing degree or anything like that. The most successful people in our field keep it super simple. But the more skills we can glean and understanding and even just be around people, even if it's by video, that are more successful than us, the better we're going to become and the better people we're going to become. So at the end of the day, we get increased income. I don't want you to get in the trap. The last thing I'm going to say tonight is, please, if you come on this journey with me of pioneering a brand new way of doing network marketing, do not get stuck in the trap of comparing your journey with somebody else's. You've heard it before, but I really tell you, we still do it. And that's a big flaw in our business. I'm not talking about Plexus in general, but I'm talking about the whole business. It's great to reward people, and we're all going to enjoy rewards, and you're going to get rewarded. But you know what? If you grow slow, it's awesome. And if you have a different pace than someone else, it's so great. So just relax, be yourself. You can totally be yourself with this opportunity, and we're going to have a wonderful time. So I want you to think about, if you want to join me on my journey, this journey, and what you want out of your business. I'm going to post on our team page about the accountability group, more details, and then you need to respond to me if you want to participate. That's it. And it is, it's 7:59. Isn't that great? What I will do is, today I want to switch right over to the meeting. But if anyone has questions, go ahead and they can stay on the end or chat them in. And we can talk about that. But I'm not going to make this kind of a troubleshooting meeting. We'll do that another time. But again, questions anytime is awesome, all right? So I'm going to end the recording and then say hi to everybody who's on, and then we're going to start the training, okay? Have a great evening or morning or whenever you're watching this. Hope you come on our journey with us, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.